Everyone, Steve here, and welcome to my bCast Suite review. bCast Suite is a first-to-market podcast platform that allows you to create and curate podcasts in over 107 different languages. It also allows you to send your podcasts to the top 20 podcast platforms. There's no need to create the content yourself. There's no need to do the voiceovers yourself, although you can. And there's no need for any hosting of any kind because it sends it to the top 20 platforms, things like Spotify and Apple Music. As always, with my reviews, if you stay towards the end, I'll tell you exactly what freebies and bonuses you will get if you decide to get bCast Suite through my link below. Let's take a look. So I'm just on the bCast Suite bonus page now, and if you want to see all the full complete information, including all the benefits and exactly what it does, then please go take a look at this bonus page. The link to go to it is below. It'll also detail the full pricing, the funnel, all the OTOs and their prices, and all the bonuses I'll be giving away if you decide to get bCast Suite through my link below. But for now, let's take a look at the bCast Suite software itself. So like I said before, we've got 3 different apps in one here. We've got bContent, which gets you content to do your podcasts with. You've got bCast, which you make your podcasts with and syndicate it to all the different content platforms, and you've got all your analytics and your podcast website and things like that in there. And you've got bVoice, which you can upload your podcasts or upload your voice recordings into, or use some of the AI or text-to-speech features inside there. It's even got speech-to-speech as well. And I got to be honest, I was very, very impressed with it. I've reviewed text-to-speech apps before, and this one really, really surprised me with how good it was. So let's take a look at bContent first of all. Some of the dashboard now of bContent, and what this does, it finds, it creates content out of YouTube videos on different topics, okay? And it pulls the closed captions for the YouTube videos, and you can use that content to base your podcast on. So let's take a look. We can see we've got options here already. I mean, this is a very complete app in itself, but you know, you would want to be using this if you don't have any content to use. You know, if you've already got podcasts on other platforms, or you already have an idea about what you want to talk about, then obviously you can kind of skip this step. But let's do a search for crypto, because that's a very, very hot topic at the moment. And you want to be, for license, you want to be using Creative Commons license, because that gives you the license rights to be able to use this content in your own business. So let's click search. And as you can see, we've got different options already. Let's take a look. Any tutorials here? I mean, you can go ahead and use any of these, right? Let's take a look at... So I think this one here looks pretty good. 5 most important crypto milestones. So that sounds... I always like, you know, lists of things. So let's go with this one. And we can see there's tons of content that's already been posted here into like a formatted post. You can do various different things. You know, this is a great content amp in its own right. You can spin it, you can add images, etc. But let's just take a snippet of this 4-hour podcast just to see kind of what we can do with the bCast Suite so far. So let me find a little snippet here that I like the look of. Okay, what about this sentence here? The young man. Let's do this one, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go into the bVoice app, which is where you would, you know, upload your recording, or, you know, you can use the AI here to do it for you. So just to give you an idea about how, you know, how good this is, I'm going to show you some presets first of all. Actually, let's go and get started. And this bVoice uses Amazon Poly, which I've used in the past, or it uses Microsoft WaveNet. Now, until I reviewed bCast Suite, I'd never heard or used Microsoft WaveNet, and I was really, really surprised about how good it was. So I'm just going to show you a couple of presets here. And this is in 107 different languages. So, you know, you've got countries from all over the world, and they all sound really good. Guy who speaks English from the United States, this was kind of probably my favorite one. So listen to how good this sounds, right? This does not sound like a robot. This sounds like a person. Let's do it.
Paris will shut all bars completely from Tuesday, as the French government raises the city's coronavirus alert to maximum following a sustained period of high infection rates.
Really, really good, right? That is probably one of the best voices for text-to-speech I've ever heard of. Let's listen to Aria as well. She's really good also.
Paris will shut all bars completely from Tuesday, as the French government raises the city's coronavirus alert to maximum following a sustained period of high infection rates.
Really, really good, right? So you can go ahead and go through these, to your heart's content. There's 107 different languages you can choose from. So let's go back and let's create using Microsoft. We'll say crypto test Steve. I'm going to paste my snippet in here, okay? So I got this from bContent. I'm going to set the language. Let's go with English, United States, and let's select my boy Guy. Okay, so let's preview this. I mean, we could also load text from a URL, or we could upload a file, but let's click preview.
The young man realized that since there was one internet for everyone, why not one blockchain for everyone to build applications on?
Really, really good, right? And what impressed me about that most of all is that it paused when I wanted it to. So it's like a human-like pause. It reacts to the grammar. Really, really good. I mean, you can customize this as well. Speed it up, select pitch, etc. But for the purpose of this demo, we'll just use this one, right? So when you are happy with your audio recording, you then want to go into bCast. So you can import a podcast. If you've already got podcasts and you want to put them into bCast, you can do that, or we want to create a podcast from scratch. Okay, and this is where the magic happens. So I'm going to create a podcast now, and here's our different options to go ahead and set up our podcast. So I've got to fill in a bunch of these things, otherwise it won't create for me. So let's say crypto talk, description, my crypto talk. I mean, you want to put a much better description in there than that, right? Primary category, we can kind of select anything here. Just for the purpose of this demo, let's just say business, marketing. Not going to put a secondary one. Display episodes from first to last. It contains explicit content. I don't think so. Steve is the author. You can put your copyright in there. Put in your keywords, crypto, brand website. So let's put in my HTTPS. SteveVBClub.com. Language English, time zone, contact name Steve, contact email steve@collective.com. I've not connected my email list to this yet, but you really should. Okay, so you want to be building up an email list from this. Podcast type, episodic or serial, tracking ID. If you want to put in a redirect URL, you can. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. As you can see, my podcast has been generated. So we want to go ahead and you can see we've got a bunch of different options here now, and I'll go through them one by one for you to see. So some of these things are really, really awesome, particularly the audio inserts. So you've got my very own custom podcast RSS feed for people to use. You've also got a custom podcast bCast hosted website. So this is like a little mini website where your podcasts will be hosted on. This is really, really good, okay? And you've also got an embeddable player to show the latest episode if people want to put that on their websites or other things. You've got your episodes all listed here. You can add a new episode, and they will all appear here. Audio inserts. So this is one of the things that I really liked and quite impressed me. Is audio inserts is a great way for you to be able to monetize your podcasts. Okay, and let's say you start building up an audience with podcasts, or you already have an existing audience. What you can do is you can add in these audio inserts as if they were adverts, kind of like you'd find on YouTube and things like that, on Spotify. And you can also charge people for this. Now, if your podcast is very niche specific, this is very, very powerful, because other people who are in that niche are going to want to advertise, and you can sell these audio insert spots into your podcasts. Really, really awesome. Okay, great feature. You've got your website here, which you can put any custom domain if you want to, and obviously put tracking if you need to as well. And you can also put your podcast on all these different social sites. So again, this is going to get you traffic, which is really, really nice. And here in directories is where you post your podcast to the various different podcast platforms. All the big names: iTunes, Google, Spotify, Amazon Music, Podchaser, etc. This is, you do it all from one dashboard. Again, this is really, really huge for getting your podcast visible and getting traffic. And you've got your different analytics here: how many downloads, all-time downloads, downloads in periods, graphs and things like that. So again, this is really awesome, and you've got an engagement tab here as well. So yeah, you've got everything you need here. You've got the content to create podcasts with, you've got the software to be able to create your podcast and send it out to the different podcast platforms, and different ways to monetize it, etc. And you've also got with bVoice a way to be able to record podcasts, and also if you don't want to use your own voice and you're not very technical, you can use the AI functions inside bVoice. So this is very much an all-in-one podcast suite. Very, very impressive, very easy to use, and it's a premium software which I think is going to completely change the game for podcasts. So right now I'm on the bonus page as well. Check it out. If you want to get bCast Suite through my link, do it for the link down below. Create profitable podcasts simply by speaking or by repurposing others' old content within minutes. You don't even have to use your own voice. 107 different languages. You don't need to create the content yourself. You don't need to do the voiceover, and there's no hosting costs, and you can post your audio on 20 top podcast sites. Take a look at the page and see all the details. So the pricing and OTOs, this is the full funnel, guys, including pricing. The personal front end is $75 one-time fee, and the commercial front end is $77 one-time fee on the early bird. So I think that's the first day only. After the first day, it goes to $95 thereafter, which is still great value for what you get. All right, but if you want to be using this very, very seriously, and you already know, you have a purpose, right? Then OTO 1, which is bCast Suite Ultimate, which is unlimited everything. Unlimited podcasts, unlimited content, unlimited voice. It's $297 one-time fee for life, or $197 per year. Okay. Now the price of this is slightly more than what I would usually advertise products at, but this is a first-to-market product, and it's a premium product, and you're getting 3 apps in one. Okay, and that is why the price is slightly higher. But all 3 apps serve their purpose well. So bCast Unlimited, I highly recommend you get this one because you get the full selection of everything and unlimited podcasts. OTO2, which is bCast Suite Business, it's a $67 one-time fee, and if you want to sell a podcast as a service, so if you want to do custom podcasts for clients or sell them as a service as a freelancer, this is the way to go. You get a done-for-you business website, you get a lead finder, agreements, and promotional material for $67 one-time fee. OTO3, which is bCast Suite White Label, again, this is if you feel like you have a market for this, if you want to be able to sell this as if you were the creator. So if you've always fancied making a software but you don't have the skills to do it, you can white label this podcast software, rebrand it as if you were your own, and sell it as if you were your own. Okay, for $197 one-time fee. And OTO4, which is Podreel, like I said, 4th app, a separate app. This allows you to create videos to go with your podcast to be able to drive traffic via videos to your podcasts. Okay. $67 one-time fee. Now, I really wanted to go hard with the bonuses for podcasts for bCast Suite, and I wanted to put together a custom bonus package. So you will only get the bonus upgrades here through me, and they're all to do with podcasting, of course. So my first bonus you'll get with this is my action guide, the Income Boost Blueprint for Podcasting. This is an essential guide for making money with podcasting, and bCast Suite includes a done-for-you action guide, a loyalty builder, how to do no royalties or extra fees, and an income boost. And you're also going to get my bCast Content Suite upgrade, which gives you access to 5 premium content packages that you can go ahead and turn into podcasts straight away. Okay, this is created by me, so you won't get this from anybody else, only through my link below. You're also going to get reseller rights to VidRank Neos, which is a video ranking software, and you're also going to get white label license to Apps by Pro, so you'll be able to sell Apps by Pro as if it was your own, or reseller rights to VidRank Neos, and get 100% commission across the funnel. So a really nice bonus package there if you decide to get the bCast Suite through my link below. So yeah, any questions regarding this, let me know, comment below. Again, I've had a lot of fun using this so far. Podcasting isn't something I considered before, but it is getting huge, with things like Joe Rogan and obviously Clubhouse, which has just exploded. This is a really great way to get started, especially if you're not technically minded or you don't want to do things yourself. But yeah, take a look. Again, one-time pricing as well, so good to know that there's not any monthly fees included in this, especially with the front end. And yeah, so let me know. It's really, really good, and I'm hoping to see some of your guys' podcasts later on, after you've got up and running with it. So my name is Steve, and this was my bCast Suite review. Please like and subscribe if you like the content, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.